Hey Fit Yummy Mummies, it's Patricia again. I want to give a hello to my wonderful husband who's the one videotaping this. He is a big support to me and is really helpful and dedicates a lot of his time to making the world turn around for me. So thanks to him for making this all possible. Today we're going to do a puppy pose. I like to teach it in my yoga classes as a precursor to downward facing dog. It's not as weight bearing on the shoulders as full downward dog is, and you don't have to be as flexible in your hamstrings. So it's a good warm up to it. And from here you're going to come down onto your yoga mat, onto all fours. And then we need to take a little longer stance than all fours, walking the knees back or walking the hands a little further forward. When the hands are touching the ground, you want the finger spread and the finger pads slightly pressing down. The mound of the index finger is the strongest part of the hand, so we're putting a lot of our weight here. We'll naturally roll to the outside pinky edge of our hand, but instead we want to root through the thumb or inside the part of our hand. That'll make it easier on our shoulders as well. And we're setting it up here where you are slightly hugging the hands in toward the midline, like you're squeezing your elbows towards each other, your forearms towards each other. That's going to strengthen your arms and shoulders. And then from here, settle the chest down so that you're not rounding, but instead you're opening the chest, settling the chest down, the shoulders come onto the back. From here, you'll shift your hips back so that the hips are over the knees. And I think I can tell that my stance is a little bit short because it's a pretty easy variation like that. The longer the stance, the more strengthening I'll feel. So you're having to really press the hands actively down into the floor, keeping the shoulders lifted, extend fully back. Nice full breath. Toes are curled under. And then from here, we'll go ahead and inhale back up and walk forward again. So I just showed you puppy pose. That it is not the same as child's pose. Child's pose is a resting pose. Puppy pose is definitely active. And if you feel like you could rest there for a while, you're probably not doing it right. It is a core strengthener, it is a shoulder strengthener, and a spine extender. It takes a longer stance, and if it feels very easy, you probably need to walk your knees back a step. I'm going to show you the two most common pitfalls, depending on which way your back is flexible. So what we're aiming for is a really long diagonal line between the rootedness and the hands pressing down and the height of the hips reaching back, hoping that the thigh bone is perpendicular to the floor. Then if you are very flexible in your shoulders or low back, what you may do is sink down too much. Notice we've taken it out of a diagonal incline move and made it more scooped or sweeping motion. So what you need to do there is lift up, squeeze the hands, the forearms more towards the midline, hug them into each other, keep the shoulders lifted, melt the heart, and extend back, using more of your core to keep you lifted, not sagging in the low back. The other way is that some of you are going to have maybe more of a toe core, but not as flexible. The shoulders and the back's going to want to round, and you're not getting full extension. And so what you'll want to do is really kind of settle the chest down towards the floor and focus on reaching the hips back, even feeling like you're sticking the butt out. And that should give you your full extension in puppy pose. Thank you very much.